Hey everybody. I've just tried a couple of times to record a yoga video for y'all, um, but oof, it keeps I keep getting interrupted. Uh, Not interrupted. Um, there's a message that comes up that says there's a copyright issue. I don't know what that is from because I don't have any music playing. I can't I don't see any um like products or anything around like product placement. Um I don't know. I get about 5 minutes in and a big yellow and black thing comes across the screen and says something about complaints about copyright. I'm like, oh, well, who's complaining? No one was watching. Um, so I'm gonna try again, but I'm losing this natural light here. So I'm not sure how far I'll get into this. Plus, I want to get a better shot of my mat. My mat's all wrinkled. That's all right. All right. So I'm going to try this again. Uh, this is going to be a mini session just because uh, it might cut out. So, all right. If you want to do a couple of breathing poses with me, and a little spinal twist, maybe a couple of little things. Let's see what we can do. How that sound? All right, back to everything. All right, so let's start with the nice tall spine. All right, sitting up tall. I'm gonna drop my hands down across my knees. So actually, I'm gonna take my palms to the inside of the knees. Just give a light press. Right, and as I'm pressing the legs down, I let's lift the spine up. All right. Shoulders are relaxed, low, away from the ears, and let's just breathe for a few moments. All right. Breathing in with the nose, breathing out with the nose. So you folks at home, just close the mouth softly and let the breath come in, and let the breath go out. Breath comes in, breath goes out. I'm going to sit like that for a few moments, taking the breath in with the nose, letting the breath out with the nose, breathing in, breathing out. And as we're breathing, let the muscles soften, especially in the face and the neck and the shoulders. And continue to breathe. And if you like to close the eyes, feel free to close the eyes. Either way, we're going to take palms together, fingertips up toward the ceiling, hands right across from the heart. And let's lightly press those hands together. Maintain a nice tall spine. And let's just breathe. We're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Let it go. All right. Let's add a little gentle movement in. We want to interlace the fingers. And on our inhale, let's get nice and tall. And on the exhale, turn the palms out and pushing forward. Right? So inhale, hands come in toward the heart. Exhale, hands out. And let's continue breathing in, breathing out, hands out. Good. And we'll continue. You're using a little bit of energy, flexing the biceps and triceps. And we try to get a nice lock on the elbows. All right, next time we're going to hold. Right? Gently lock the elbows, squeeze the biceps and triceps. And let's stay tall through the spine. Very nice. Next inhale, we come in and exhale. Let's return the hands right on top of the knees. And let's breathe. We're breathing in, breathing out. Mouth is closed. Breath is coming in with the nose and out. All right, let's get nice and tall. We're going to take the hands up, palms down, nice and slow and deliberate. Just float the hands down. All right, let's draw that belly button in toward the spine. And with the upper body, we're just going to go side to side. Good. Breathing in, breathing out, side to side. So it's a little natural tendency to take the hip up while we rock, but let us try here to keep grounded. Okay, tailbone grounded, the butt grounded, and we're moving mostly from the center of the body. Side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, we're coming back to the middle, and I'll take those shoulders back. Some good shoulder rolls. So we're not just feeling it in this front part of the shoulder, we're feeling it shoulder blades, the side of the shoulders, the deltoids, so this whole area. Good. All right, we're going to go forward now. It's always a little more natural for most people to take the shoulders backwards. Forward feels a little funky, but that's all right. Let's go around one more time. Let's exaggerate nice and slow, taking the shoulders forward, and then we end with the shoulders far away from the ears. A little bit of a roll back here, shoulders rolling back. The shoulder blades around the back move toward each other a little bit. That's going to take our heart forward. Very nice. And let's just breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Excellent. Do a little spinal twist, a gentle one. We're going to take the hands up, a few inches off the knees. And let's twist to your right. Okay, so twisting to your right, you're going to take the left hand to the right knee. Take a little hold, and then the right arm comes out. We're going to take it shoulder height, pointing the fingers. And then the head starts to turn, and you're following the hand behind you until the hand comes down behind the back. Okay? So I'm keeping space between my shoulders in the front and moving the shoulder blades around the back closer together. Okay? Shoulders in the front further away, shoulder blades closer together, and then gently just take the head looking over that back shoulder. So you hold here. I'm going to turn to the screen. You're looking back gently over the shoulder. And when we do our spinal twist, we're not just twisting the spine, we're also keeping that length and the height in the spine. Okay? So we're going to come back to center. So bring that right hand up, come back to the middle, and we'll just pause here before we go to the opposite side. And let's just breathe here, breathing in, and let it go. All right, hands up. I'm going to try to keep this height in the spine. Turning to your left. Good, opposite hand to the knee. Left arm out. I like to look at the fingertips and then just follow the hand behind the back. The hand drops to the floor, and use the floor. Push away from the floor. That's going to get you some more height in that spine. Good. And now if you've been watching the pose the whole time and you want to give it a try, now you can turn and look behind the shoulder. watching watching at home is different than in the class. So I find that my what I do when I'm watching a video, I'll look first at the instructor just to get the general pose, the general alignment, and then I look away um, to where the instructor suggests to look, and then I just listen to some further instructions. So right now, if you're looking behind the shoulder, you stay right there. I'm going to talk it through so I can face the microphone here. Your hands pressing down into the floor. You press down, you get that height again. So remember, we're lengthening the spine and twisting. All right, let's all come back to the middle. And we're just going to rock side to side, just like we did at the beginning. And now we're going to make a big circle with the upper body. And just keep breathing. Mouth is closed. We're breathing in, breathing out. All right, we're going to reverse direction of that circle. Big circle. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, coming back. Sitting up tall. Very nice. All right. I'm going to take the hands down, right down by our sides. So the inside of the arms touch the side of the body and the palms down into the mat. All right, so let's push those palms down and keep the arms squeezing toward the body. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. The legs are pressing down, the palms are pressing down, the spine is tall. Feeling that engagement in the upper arms. And relax. And we'll take our hands back to the knees. All right. So I'm going to turn just to demonstrate from the side. You can stay right where you are. All right. So you can face forward. We're going to take the legs out in front of us. Okay. So let's start with the legs together, toes face the ceiling, and a tall spine. Okay. So for you all, you're looking straight ahead. All right, so you're looking straight ahead. We're going to take the hands down again, push the fingertips down as you're pushing the butt, the hamstrings, the tailbone down. All right. And keeping this height in the spine, we're just going to begin to bend the elbows back and take the heart forward. Elbows back, heart forward. All right, now we're going to take the hands. Now, if you don't touch the toes, no worries. What we want to do is maintain this flat spine. Now, if I rounded my back, it's really easy to touch my toes, but I don't want to take a nice tall spine, keeping it straight, keeping it flat. So this stretch, I'm feeling much more than this. All right. So some of us beginners, just take your hands right under the knees. As long as you're rooting the tailbone down, rooting the legs down, and keeping a flatness in the spine, you find a nice stretch. All right, let's come back up. All right, you stay right where you are. We're going to cross the legs again. All right, I'm going to take a roll forward to bring us to table. For beginners, some people like to just swing the feet out to one side, come down onto the hands. I like to do a little roll move. So I get some weight in the tops of the feet and the shins. Wrists are right under the shoulders. My spine is lengthening, so my tailbone back, shoulders away from the ears, head forward. And pull the stomach up away from the floor. Right? So our spine is lengthening. Top of the head forward, tip of the tailbone back, and we're going to move through some cow and cat. Cow and cat. So cow first, we look up, eyes up, tailbone up, heart forward, and cat, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone and eyes up, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. One more time. And return to table. Let's take the right foot back on the ball of the foot. Move up in the digit. On the ball of the foot, pressing the heel back. Okay. So the base of the toes firm to the floor, pressing the heel back. So we're stretching the calf muscle out. Good. Hands are nice and firm to the floor. Heel pushes back. Let's switch. We're going to bring the right leg in, left leg out. So we start again on the base of the toes, ball of the foot nice and firm to the floor, heel back. Good. Strong through the arms. Very nice. Just a few more moments. And remember, we're breathing the whole time, keeping the breath steady, mostly with the mouth closed, breathing in, breathing out. If you have any sinus issues or anything like that, of course you can breathe through the mouth. But if you're able to, keep the mouth closed softly and take those breaths in and out with the nose. All right, I'm coming back up. And if you stay same direction, we're going to come up to a high kneeling. Okay. Relax through the arms. And actually, let's just float those arms right down by our sides. So let's press back a little bit. A lot of times on the knees, we tend to just put our weight all over, just dig down through the knees, and the tops of the feet come up off the floor sometimes even. We're going to take our weight under the tops of the feet, under the shins, the front of the ankles. All right. If your knees are okay with this, we're going to move low to high, low to high. Breathing in, breathing out, low to high. Good. Keep going. Got it. One more time. All right. This next time, we're going to come up slowly. Use the quadriceps, those big muscles in the front of the legs. Lifting, pressing that weight through the feet. Squeeze the stomach in, arms out. All right. Arms in, we come down. Arms out. Arms in. Arms out. Good. We're breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Let's do like this. We'll take the hands back. Heart forward. All right. We're going to come back. Arms in. Kneeling. And then knock my little beach bulletin board over. Low kneeling if your knees are okay with it. If you need to come back around with the legs crossed, if you have any knee issues, that's fine. Preferable. Okay. This this stream is okay so far. I don't want to jinx it. But this wasn't the sequence I had prepared for, and I'm losing some light here, but I'm glad to get a few poses in. So let's come back. We're going to come down to the floor. We'll do a little bit of a back bend on the belly, and then we'll take it back to child's pose, and then we'll take our relaxation time. You can either finish out in child's pose, or if you prefer the more traditional, to come back on the back. That's fine too. All right. If it gets dark out, we'll end in child's pose. If I have a little more light, we'll end together in relaxation. How's that sound? All right. So I'd like to do a little stomach back bend with y'all. Stomach back bend just means on the stomach, or belly bends. So we're going to spin around. This time we're going to come all the way down to the floor with the upper body. Right? And the front of the body. And that includes the tops of the feet, so the toes are pointed out behind us. I'm going to take the fingertips to the floor, elbows wide. Okay. Wrists are right under the elbows, maybe a little forward of the elbows. Our inhale, we're going to push the feet and the hands down, take the head and chest up. Exhale, come down. Okay? Inhale, head and chest up. Exhale, take it down. We're going to hold this next one. Inhale. Don't hold the breath. We're going to hold the pose, right? So we're pressing the hands down. We're pressing the legs, the feet down. Good. Relax the muscles in your face. Just breathe. And all come down. All right, slide the hands under the shoulders. We're going to come back to child's pose. If you don't remember child's pose, I'll say it first. You're going to push your hands right down to the floor. Head and chest come up. You're going to take the hips back to the heels and fold the upper body over the legs. I like to take the big toes together, knees wide, and just sit back right on the heels. Bend the elbows. Drop the head. It's a little bit of a modified child's pose. So once you see the general alignment of it, hips back, upper body folding down toward the floor, head to the floor. So hold here for another 2 or 3 breaths. It's getting dark. All right, we're gonna come up, hands, palms to the floor, do a little push. All right, we're gonna swing the legs in front of us. We're gonna come back to recline. So take a look behind you. Want to make sure you have enough room to recline. Okay, back of the head to the floor, and we're gonna take the legs straight up. Okay, so if he's coming forward, see if you can get those legs straight up so the body's a 90-degree angle. If you need a bend in the knees, of course, just bend those knees. It's your class, your mat. But if you're able to lock the knees, go for it. So the back of the head is resting into the mat. The length of the spine is resting into the mat. Toes are flexed. Palms to the floor. And then I like to point and flex the toes a few times. All right. So if it weren't getting dark, I'd hold this pose a little longer. So I invite you to hold this pose another 5 deep breaths in and out. And then when you're done, we're going to take the legs down, cross the legs. We're going to rest the arms down by our sides. And I invite you to take a few minutes of relaxation time with yourself, by yourself. This was a little bit of an impromptu class, and I just kept going because I didn't get a copyright stream. So now you may have finished your inversion. That would be another 5 breaths, I would imagine. Take those legs down nice and slow. Cross the legs, just like we do when we're sitting up, but just recline this time. Rest your arms down by your sides. And just take at least 5 minutes to lie still like this. And just breathe lightly, taking the breath in and out with the nose. If crossing the legs in that reclined position doesn't feel right for you, straight legs right out underneath you. Okay, so the last few minutes, I'm going to leave you to your own relaxation and see if you can get at least 5 minutes in. Just breathing, letting all the muscles go soft. Just feel like you melt right into the floor. The weight of your body just sinks right in. I always think of it like a hammock. You just kind of sink into it, but you're supported. Or like beach sand, where you sink in, but you're supported. So just sink into your mat. Take your breaths, and I will see you again soon. Sorry it's dark. But thank you for tuning in. We'll have more in a well lit room soon. I'm Ellen Moschetto, and I thank you so much.